Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you hear a little crying, you already know my daughter's cat, he is forever crying, and it's very windy, so this shade here is going to go back and forth. And today's video is going to be a little different because I'm going to be doing my nails in the process of letting you know the breakdown of the $105 that my daughter gave me. So I wanted to share with you guys how I'm allocating these $105. I have my planner book right here in front of me, and that's how that's where I'm going to be reading off my breakdown. So in the meantime, I do have my lamp here, and I am doing it in this color here, which is like V3. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I have that color I'm gonna do because, you know, spring started. Let's do a little bit of light colors. Then I have my base coat and my top coat. These things are so little. Look at how little these things are. Do you see this? How little they are? Okay, so we are going to be painting my nails. I was gonna do a whole reset vlog, but I was like, you know what? While I do my nails, you guys can keep me company and I can do a breakdown on the money that I got. So let's get started. So my daughter gives me money, you guys know, every month. I know some people are like, how you charge your daughter money to stay here because she has a job. Okay, and it's a way, even though she's older and she's very responsible, it gives her a little structure of how, you know, things are gonna be when she moves out of here. She gave me more money than this, but I'm only breaking down $105 because the rest of the money I did something else with that. Just making sure I'm doing base coat, because usually I do top coat and then I mess up and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put base coat first. I always mess up. So $105, where are we gonna put this money? So what I decided to do was I decided to put it towards $25 towards fun. Guys, I'm really trying to do some things this summer. Okay, I am not trying to stay home or just go to work and come home. I'm really not trying to do that. So I'm trying to get that up so I can have, you know, a little bit of funds to do something with my girls or me by myself, whichever way it goes. But I want to make sure that I have the funds. So you're going to be hearing a lot of money going towards towards fun. So $25 went there. Then what I did, I put $25 towards future. So future, you guys already know, I already spoke to you guys about it. That is mainly things that I want to do to like move. This lamp, I don't know what it is, but this lamp burns my fingers. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But shout out to Shanette_unique. I will put her down in the description below. She got sponsored by, it's called Glam Something Nails, and I always wanted to use their nail polish. And the sweetest thing that she did, the sweetest thing that she said in her comment, girl, thank you for that. Like, you're a real one for that, because not a lot of people would even bother to say something like that. Okay, so go check her out. She does vlogs in New York City as well. That's where I'm putting $25 towards future, so I can be able to maybe one day move from here, maybe buy me a car, you know, things that I will want to do in the future. And then I put $25 towards emergency fund. The emergency fund, I'm building that sucker up. Okay, I'm putting every nickel and dime in that one as well, because you know, emergencies tend to always come up when you're broke. Okay, for some it might show up when you have the $1,000 and then boom, something comes up. So definitely I am putting money towards emergency. I always like this color nail polish. I don't know why. It looks so nice on my hands. Okay, and then the next one is gifts. I'm giving gifts $5. Gifts, I eventually have to boost that up because, you know, Christmas is coming, and then in between there are birthdays. I think this year we're doing Christmas a little different this year because my kids were like, you know, now they into traveling, you know, flying. So they're like, gifts can, look how pretty this color is. So now they're like, you could give me a little bit of money towards, you know, maybe a future trip that I would want to go on. So that's a plus because that means I don't really have to buy that many gifts. And then I am doing $25 towards savings, and savings, my savings is looking so good. Like I could cry because that is probably the most I have in savings that I've ever had in my 45 years. Okay? And it's growing. I have not touched it. I have not even bothered to say I'm gonna take anything from there. No, if I don't have the money for something now, I'm in my grown stage. Okay? I'm not touching anything out of my savings unless I really have to, and I don't have enough in emergency or anything like that, because I will always touch somewhere else in one of my other accounts. I am not playing. If it's an emergency, it has to be life or death. It's not just let me go touch it because I want a new pair of sneakers or I need, So with that being said, $25 towards my savings. That is the $105. That's where I allocated that money. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little sit down while I do my nails and tell you where this money was going. Be on the lookout for my next video. I am doing somewhat of a vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to share, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. And this is the color that I am doing. Look how pretty this color is. So thank you so much for keeping me company while I do my nails and listening to my $105 breakdown. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.